Let's dive straight into talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. This team has been having an exceptional season. As we know, they're currently sitting at an impressive 8-2 record. They're in a prime position to secure the top spot in the NFL, and they're leading their division after a crucial win over the Washington Commanders. That victory gave them a 2-game lead over the Commanders, which now gives the Eagles control of their own destiny for the remainder of the season. With everything we've seen from them so far, I believe they're well on their way to setting themselves up for continued success. This offense has been clicking and continues to improve week after week. Much of this can be attributed to offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, who has been gradually implementing more and more of his playbook. With each passing week, the offense gets better and better, and it's exciting to watch. That said, while the offense has been great, I want to focus on something that might not be getting as much attention, the Eagles' defense. While many might focus on the offensive talent, this defense has quietly been just as dominant. The Eagles' defense has been one of the best in the entire league, and it's a big reason why this team has been able to perform at such a high level. When you combine a high-powered offense with a top-tier defense, you create a team that's incredibly difficult to beat, and the Eagles are poised to take things to the next level. Before diving deeper into the reasons I believe the Eagles will only improve, if you're a fan of Philadelphia Eagles content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates or videos as the season progresses. Now let's get back into it. The Eagles' most recent game was a huge one. They faced the Washington Commanders, and although the final score might suggest a closer game, the Eagles were in control for the vast majority of the contest. By the end, they ran away with the victory. The Commanders, who had been one of the hottest teams in the NFL, came into this matchup with a lot of momentum. A lot of people thought they could take down the Eagles, but once again, Philadelphia proved everyone wrong. They went out there, handled their business, and secured the win, which put them atop their division. The race for the division title isn't over by any means, but the Eagles are now in the driver's seat. They've given themselves a great chance to win the NFC East if they maintain the level of play they've shown up until now, and I truly believe they will continue to play at a high level for the rest of the season. Now, when you look at the Eagles, a lot of the attention will likely fall on the offense. With skilled players like A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, and Devonta Smith, it's easy to see why this offense gets so much attention. But as I've been watching this team, it's become clear to me that the defense has been just as impressive, if not more so. While the offense did step up in the second half of their recent win against the Commanders, it was the defense that kept them in the game long enough for the offense to make the necessary adjustments. That's what ultimately led to their victory. What's even more impressive is that the Commanders have one of the highest scoring offenses in the league. They've consistently put up big points against other teams. So for the Eagles defense to shut them down the way they did is a major achievement. The defensive line in particular has been a huge factor in this success. The Eagles also have a number of other players who've been contributing to this dominant defensive line. Josh Sweat is on pace to have a double-digit sack season, and Nolan Smith in his second year has continued to improve and add to the team's pass rushing ability. Other players like Moro Ojomo and Bryce Huff have stepped up in important situations as well. And let's not forget about Brandon Graham. While Graham may not play as many snaps as he used to, he's still one of the most disruptive forces on the field when he's out there. The depth along this defensive line is one of the reasons they've been so effective in pressuring the quarterback. With all of these players contributing, the Eagles are able to rotate guys in and out, keeping everyone fresh throughout the game. This depth is something most teams can't match, and it's been a big advantage for the Eagles. Another area where the defensive line has been dominant is in stopping the run. Jalen Carter has been a huge part of this, consistently disrupting running plays in the backfield. His ability to clog up running lanes and make tackles for loss has helped the Eagles rank in the top 10 in the NFL for rushing yards allowed per game. But it's not just the defensive line doing the heavy lifting in this area. The Eagles linebackers, particularly Zach Bond, have been outstanding against the run as well. Bond has been playing at an all-pro level this season with nearly 100 tackles through just 10 games. He's constantly making plays, whether it's stopping a run or breaking up a pass. His play has been a huge asset for the Eagles defense, and when you pair him with Nakobe Dean, the Eagles have one of the most formidable linebacker duos in the league. The Eagles' front seven as a whole has been one of the best in the NFL. They've been dominant against both the run and the pass. And when you add in the play of their secondary, you start to understand just how good this defense really is. The Eagles' secondary has exceeded expectations, especially with the play of rookie corners Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. Both of these young players have stepped into starting roles and played like veterans. Since the Eagles began starting both of them, their pass defense has been nearly impenetrable. Mitchell in particular has been excellent from day one, and DeJean, who didn't start until about week 6, has made an immediate impact. It's rare to see rookies perform this well, but these two have been key contributors to the Eagles' success. Of course, the Eagles also have veteran cornerback Darius Slay, who is still one of the top corners in the league. Even though Slay is getting older, he's still playing at a high level, and his experience is invaluable to the team. The Eagles also have safety Reed Blankenship and C.J. Gardner-Johnson, both of whom have been playing excellent football. Together, these players make up a secondary that's one of the best in the league. The Eagles currently rank in the top 3 in passing yards allowed per game, and when you combine that with their ability to stop the run, it's no surprise that they're ranked as the top defense in the league for total yards allowed per game. The Eagles' defense isn't just good, it's one of the best in the NFL, and that's a big reason why this team has been so successful. But as we all know, having a great defense isn't enough to win games. You need an offense that can put up points, and the Eagles, they certainly have that. At quarterback, they have Jalen Hurts, who has been playing at an incredibly high level this season. Despite some criticism, Hurts has been playing better than many realize. He's been consistent and effective, and if he can keep distributing the ball to his playmakers, the offense is going to continue to thrive. Hurts has also been more effective with his legs this season, adding another dimension to the offense that was missing last year due to injury. This dual threat capability makes Hurts even more dangerous, and it gives opposing defenses nightmares. Along with Hurts, the Eagles have one of the best running games in the league. The Eagles rank number 1 in rushing yards per game, and their ability to run the football is a huge reason for their success. With an offensive line that can dominate in the trenches and a running back like Saquon Barkley, the Eagles are able to wear down opposing defenses and break off big runs. Their ability to control the clock and pound the ball in the running game makes them incredibly difficult to stop.